our favorite thing. Interior clean out. Yeah, buddy. See, our bell housing covers a little worse for wear. When I bought this thing, there was a big old mouse nest in there. So that's scrap. Windmill? That's where everybody stores their windmill, right? In the cab of the project truck. One of these years, that's a project for the missus. Maybe I'll get her done. More windmill parts. Cap for my drainage tile out of the land. Probably get that done too. Marking paint. Vintage fuel filter. My test light I've been looking for a couple years. Huh. Cleaner up should probably still works. Very sad visor. Oh, persuader. Huh. Windmill posts. Oh, the other armrest. I don't remember what this bump stop was off of. Ooh, it says Mopar on it. I mean, obviously it's junk. thirsty. Now, you know, the one downfall to taking the steps off is a long way up in there. Alright, so this is our sketchy temporary fuel line that was feeding the beastly 318 when we were doing beat runs. We don't need that anymore. So this is how clean this thing was. Is this little doohickey here? There's one on the driver's side too. Actually, it was on the bottom of the hood hinge, and keep you from a head knocker when you're in there working. I mean, this one's pretty rough, but what a nice thing for them to do back in the day. So you crack your skull open when you stood up too fast doing a spark plug change. Rotor. All right. Well, of the things I can reach, there. That's all of it. And this crooked thing here, that's our trusty key. It's a little bent though. I think we can spring for a new ignition in the project here. I don't think that's going to be the thing that breaks the budget on this build, but I could be wrong. All right. See, I'd done this exercise once before on this one, and I mean, there's a lot less real estate here. Not a terribly huge amount less than what the General has, but it is less. So I'll maybe fire up the old chop vac and clean her out, I guess. Give her the old hi-ho and get her vacuumed. And then eventually here I'll start working on getting this seat out. Sounds good to me. All right, we're gonna work on getting the seat out of this thing. The old bench, obviously, that's not gonna be comfortable for any sort of long distance ride. So we'll probably switch over to some air ride seats with low backs if they'll fit. Hopefully they'll fit. Pretty sure we can make them fit. So I'm gonna get the bolts out of this bench here, and well, we'll wrestle that out of there. That'll be good. We'll get that out, and probably have to clean out the cab and vacuum it out then. I'm sure we'll find some goodies under there. Well, it's out. I might have scratched the paint, but what I found underneath looks like to me
kind of rough. But I'm kind of thinking that's the original key. One of them, maybe. Dodge, Village of Hewitt. Now I know there's something broken off in the ignition, and that's why we had the trusty screwdriver. But that's a good find. I'm happy with that. Really nothing else other than shit. But so yeah, we'll get this cleaned out, and then we'll probably remove what's left of the doghouse here, and then our nice floor patches, and there's our sketchy hole where our gas line ran through. So I'm guessing either the door seals, non-existent. Oh, I guess they're kind of there. The non-existent door seals leaked, or the windows leaked, or somebody left the windows down, and that's how the front part of the floor here got to the shape it's in. But yeah, boy, feels like there should be a lot more room in here with that seat gone, but still not a whole lot of real estate. Well, it's vacuumed, and I don't recommend you vacuum if you've got mouse droppings, because if you're a lesser man, it might kill you. So do as I say, not as I do. The floor, at least this part, is definitely a little more pooch than I probably let on in the intro video. But that's okay. Because I'm gonna say that in order to fit the old Detroit under here, we're gonna be doing some modification anyway. So on the bright side, it's less to cut out. That's good. But I think what we'll do here is I'll start taking these patch plates off, a little bit that's holding them on, and start taking the doghouse covers off. So it only came with 2 seat belts, and I mean 1968, so they're actually the same style of seatbelt latch as what's in the old man's car, the 69 Charger. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if I'll be able to utilize those or not. Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. If I go with air ride seats, I think they come with their own integrated seat belts, because otherwise, if you're bouncing around, I'm sure the seat belts are not fastened to the cab, because you might get a hell of a squeeze put on you. But we're a little ways away from having to worry about seat belts. So I'll see what we can do. So if you look at that little guy right there, that's actually the pump for the windshield washer fluid. Hand pump. Pretty fun, pretty neat, pretty retro. But so yeah, we'll just keep picking away.
house, whatever you want to call it. It's off. Some of the bolts were too corroded to get the impact on, so we had to take the grinder in there and get rid of them. But without getting into like too much here, you can see our little 318 is just kind of crammed right back in there. Obviously the old Detroit is gonna be a lot further back, so we'll probably have to some slight modification required, I'm sure. But the good news is some of the opening had already rotted a little bigger, especially on that side. So we'll be able to make do with that, I think. But yeah, so we got one interior, no seat, no nothing. I gotta figure out how to get this shifter off. Hopefully I don't have to pull the whole top of the trans, but I mean, in reality, this trans is not really in that great of shape, so I probably wouldn't be too heartbroken if I just cut it off. But I'll decide on that. But I'm about to start stripping the firewall on the other side after we get the hood and fenders off. I'll get ready for a cab pull. I would like to pull the cab with the engine and trans still in if I can. Just because I'll just roll it all out on the chassis, see if anybody wants the engine, and then cut up the chassis for scrap. To get that out of my way. But so yeah, she's cleaned out, she's opened up. Not much to see other than a grubby little engine in there. But good runner nonetheless. Just grubby, and a transmission that has a blown clutch on it. But yeah, so we'll one step closer here. I gotta take the visors down and unwire the cab lights. So strip all of it to get ready to pull the cab. Fun fact: that little goofy guy over there is the relief breather for the brake booster that is underneath the cab. Yeah, that's different. But yeah, that's what we got. So not too shabby for another evening's work here.